Hey, welcome back everybody. I'm Lewis, and this is Metal Lens Reviews. Welcome to my channel. So, if this happens to be your first time here, you're checking it out, like what you see, thank you. Please do me that favor of like, comment, subscribe. As I mentioned before, it really helps me grow the channel, spread it to the masses, and of course motivates me to provide you guys more content. Alright, so what are we doing here? So this is kind of a treat. The name of the band is ELUVEITIE, and they're like this Swiss German folk metal. Folk metal, what is that? You're probably saying. Well, it's metal music, heavy stuff that incorporates folk instruments, so violins. They got this really cool kind of turning instrument, a hurdy-gurdy, I believe it's called. A flute. There's a whole lot going on. So folk, think of that kind of, native backwoods kind of country feel. Just, old world kind of stuff. Old school European kind of stuff you wouldn't normally hear. There's a Mongolian metal band, the Who, they're called HU, and they incorporate a lot of their country's elements of instruments, which is pretty fascinating. And ELUVEITIE is kind of doing the same thing here. It's a little more aggressive, kind of the metal I would listen to. In fact, that's how I discovered them. Their record label has a lot of the bands that I would listen to, and I heard them in passing. I appreciated that because they stood out to me. You don't come across folk metal that much, and you don't come across folk metal that sounds good. Because think about it, it's like you got to make all these elements that normally wouldn't mix combined, but somehow they're able to do it. And this video is fairly new. It's three weeks old as of today, anyway, and yeah, I haven't listened to them in a while, so this is going to be exciting. This is going to be like a refresher, and hopefully some of you guys for the first time. But if you're fans of them and you're watching me, review them, critique them, whatever, I hope I do them justice, because this is truly intriguing and fun, and a hell of a way to stand out in such a crowded and competitive genre of music. And, what better way to incorporate, old world European folk style music into metal. Yeah, I'm just as eager as you to listen to it. So let's do that. Alright, I'm going to stop talking, cue this video up, and we're going to check it out together. Alright, once again, this is ELUVEITIE with the song Taranoias. Alright, let's check it out. Well, I gotta say right off the bat, digging it 100%. Definitely more on the aggressive side. There's a lot of folk metal bands that focus more on the folk side. Them, I think they're able to mash it together and combine it so well. It's just like, the folk instruments in this are kind of overlapping and kind of covering the aggression, the metal style of this music. I'm not saying every song is like this. I'm pretty sure their music category is very diverse. And their videos, from what I can remember anyway, are, pretty out there and very, I don't want to say melodic, that's the wrong word, but folkish, I guess. Very, very old school, old world kind of vibe, and I'm here for it. But yeah, this is cool. Off to a great in-your-face start. I love the violin in the background and just kind of that enveloping folk sound that really complements the metal here. I'm probably pronouncing the title of this song, so apologize. Taranoias, maybe? Taranoias? I don't know. But correct me in the comments. But yeah, so far so good. I like it. Let's keep going. Yeah, so that female vocalist there, I probably should have learned her names, but yeah, excellent. I love the melodies. I love that melodic twist. I know a lot of people find this mainstream, but when it's done right, it deserves compliments. The blending of heavy, aggressive metal music with that the sweet tones of her voice. And they somehow make it work, like I said, yes, it's a tried trope in metal, the melodic break and heavy verse, but when it's done right, it just really complements the song. And in this case, with that addition to the folk here, that style and blending together is, I think it's pretty unique. Like I said, it helps them definitely kind of separate from the pack. Like I said, they're not the only folk metal band, but yeah, definitely, I think phenomenal and deserve a listening to. Just want to check out them. Yep. All right. Okay, let's keep going. I love me a good breakdown. And, yeah, like I said, see what I mean? It has these folkish elements, these kind of country-style instruments, mostly acoustic, but when it's amplified and just really knows how to vibe and gel well with the aggressive music here. And I think everyone could appreciate that. It's different, it stands out, and I think this would probably catch a lot of people who are just unaware, number one, and just don't normally listen to metal. This would probably catch them off guard. Like I said, I forgot myself on how well this blends and sounds great. Like I said, both, and the two vocalists, like I said, really add and complement to, the song as a whole. And, just the reason why they, ELUVEITIE is stuck around so long, I think is because of that dynamic and just the uniqueness they bring to the table. Yeah. Oh, and I mean, come on, awesome breakdowns too. God, it's a big mixed bag with everything, your normal metalhead would like, and with that dash of uniqueness there. Like I said, it just, you got to appreciate that. Let's keep going. Wow, there was just so much going on. It was really hard to focus, and I don't know. It's great. See, this is what I'm talking about. This is why you gotta have, even if you're not into this style of music, hearing something like this would definitely, like I said, probably catch an outsider's interest because of the different elements going on, and I think everyone can appreciate that. Like I said, this was definitely a reminder to myself, like, oh my god, so this is how they sound, because like I said, not every track is going to sound a song. Some songs that they do are going to sound harder, some are sound more melodic, in between like this, but this is awesome. Like I said, what really stands out is that folkish instrumental, that it just kind of brings this to life. And yeah, I hope this, putting this on my channel, it kind of brings newcomers, and like I said, people that are fans of this, I hope I did them justice. But yeah, I feel like I should listen to them more. They kind of got me back into the gist of this song. I forgot how well, and how tight of a band they are. And, just to have the patience of incorporating other music that normally wouldn't blend. But then again, with metal, I think, because metal is so sampled and remixed today, kind of goes with anything, It's like a mixed drink, an aggressive mixed drink. So done right, it's smooth. And I think ELUVEITIE, this was great. Awesome job with the two vocalists. The female vocalist just kind of doing these angelic kind of notes and just really like laying it down. Beautiful singing. The guy vocalist just kind of in your face, aggressive, and the music just overlapping it all. But those elements, I think it's a perfect blend. And I'm glad I got to check it out. And I hope you guys enjoyed it too. Is this a favorite of yours? Do you guys like the new stuff, new album? Because I know this is pretty recent, this song. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Yeah, that's all I got, guys. Thanks for listening. Hey, if you have another song you want me to check out, something you recommend, you want me to review or react to, by all means, I'll leave a link down below entitled Buy Me a Coffee. You can do it through that. Other than that, my friends, thanks for watching. And as always, I'll see you all very, very soon. Peace.